Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm joining so early. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. We see you. Thank you. We'll just give a few minutes to have others join before we commence. Kindly confirm you can see me and you can hear me by leaving a response on the chat. You can see me, you can hear me. Kindly confirm on the chat. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I see your responses. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty, so we'll be waiting for a few minutes so that we can have all the SMEs join the call. Thank you so much. Oh, Michael Samik says you can hear. I think others can. Do you want to check your system? Thank you so much, Tayo. Thank you. So wait a few minutes before we commence. Thank you, Abdulati from Kano State. Thank you. Good morning, Aniebet. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Morning, good morning, good morning. All right, great. We have more people joining. Good morning. So we'll start by 10:05 just to give ample time for a number of people to start with us. Oh, good morning, Alima. Victor from Taraba. Oh, this is great. We have people from all across the country. This is good, 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 good. Yes, Sarah, it's good to be here. Thank you. Abdulrazak from Kaduna. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you. Good morning. So we'll wait 2 more minutes for others to join, then we start. Okay. So, welcome once again, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you here with us in this webinar organized in partnership with SMIDAN. We are happy to have you on board, and we promise that you would have an insightful webinar. And of course, we have goodies at the end of the webinar. So please ensure you have your notepads, ensure you have your hearts ready to receive, from the wealth of knowledge that you would be given this morning. It's World MSME Day tomorrow, June 27th. But in view of that, MTN Nigeria, MTN Business has partnered with SMEDAN, the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, to bring this webinar to you. And of course, we are collaborating with Life Changing Sales Academy to offer 15 SMEs on this call with an opportunity to get trained on how to drive sales and to close out and grow their business. And this training is going to be a year long, and it promises to be very impactful. So ensure that you give it your all, pay attention to the speakers who will be sharing from their vast wealth of knowledge. So ensure that you are ready to ask questions as well as the speakers are sharing. Ensure you pay attention and you ask your questions at the end of each of the sessions. Just a few ground rules before we proceed. You may have noticed that your mics have been muted. This is to ensure we have decorum throughout the webinar. But please feel free to ask your questions on the chat group, and the speakers, once they're done with their sessions, would look through and answer your questions. With that said, welcome once again to the webinar. We did a research and we realized that 73.2 of you SMEs have shown that your sales are driven by social media. And then we also found out from our research that 80% of MSMEs lack access to formal credits or loans. And then we finally found out that 67% of Nigerian SMEs show that their demand of their products are declining. This is what drove the choice of the webinar topic that we have curated for you today. And so today we are looking at how to win customers in a digital first economy, how SMEs can attract, convert, and retain customers using technology. And we hope that at the end of this webinar, you are able to amass enough knowledge to take your business from the state where it is now to the state where you hope it to be, where you are able to increase your revenue, increase your profits, and drive sales ultimately. We are in a digital economy now. Things are going digital. I'm sure everybody here has heard about AI. Just yesterday, I heard that a very large fintech has incorporated ChatGPT into their payment structure, where you can just, by giving a prompt on ChatGPT, you can make payments for goods and services. So this is the world where we find ourselves in currently, a digital world. And for SMEs, MSMEs on this call, who are probably wondering how they can compete in such fast-growing digital economy, well, this is the webinar that gets you on that pedestal. So please ensure you are paying attention, and it promises to be a great time. So now we'll leave the floor. I'll leave the floor for the Director General of SMEDAN to give us the opening remark as we kickstart this webinar. So let us make a welcome to the DG SMEDAN, Dr. Charles Odi.
Thank you so much, Joey.
We can do a virtual clap, everybody, a virtual clap. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
You have the floor, sir. Yes, we can. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing today? Such a pleasure to join you all as we mark the World MSME Day 2026. Apologies, I am in the car because we are currently on a market storm, just sensitizing our small business owners in one of our markets in Abuja about what the day stands for and how Smanan can support their businesses. So that's why I just took a break to come to the car to be with you here. But I want to thank MTN Business for bringing us together. I want to thank our speakers. I want to thank everyone that has joined this call. And I think that it's important for us to have this conversation, this very important conversation today, because small businesses are the backbone of our economy. And this small business ecosystem contributes approximately half of Nigeria's GDP. They create jobs, they support families, they solve everyday problems, and they keep our communities moving. And we are here to support small businesses. And when we support small businesses, we're investing in people and in Nigeria's future. And as Medan, this is what we do every day. We are working to make it easier for entrepreneurs to start, grow, and sustain their businesses through training, access to opportunities, partnerships, and business support. I hope today's discussion gives business owners here practical ideas that they can implement it immediately. And I encourage everyone to make the most of today's session. Again, I want to thank you all for joining. I want to thank MTN Business for having us. I want to thank MTN Business for converging us. And I think that by the time we're done today, we'll become better business owners, we'll become better managers, and then ultimately we'll grow and grow the ecosystem. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
I'm stepping out to conclude this term, and I'll be back on the call so that I can contribute and learn as well.
Thank you. Thank you so, so much, sir. You're honorable. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Thank you for all you're doing for SMEs across the country. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. All righty. So we'll be moving on very quickly to our first speaker. Um, our first speaker will be Mrs. Fumilayo Akinteye. She has a wealth of knowledge spanning 20 years of experience driving growth, customer experience, and business transformation. So she'll be here speaking to us today. Let's, as we have noted earlier, ensure that we have our notepads to take from learnings from her and also be ready to ask questions. So please join me to welcome on board Fumilayo Fumilola rather Akinteye.
Thank you very much, Chinwe. Thank you, everyone. It's good to be here. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. And thank you for renaming me Fumilola Akinteye. Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. And into heat, can I have the presentation up? Thank you so much. Okay, for starters, I want to ask just a simple question. And please kindly just answer by just typing in the chat box. I want to know if you have seen a great business that has a great product, yet they have sales issues. We all know that this product is very great, but they have issues. It just seems as if they are not selling. Do we know a product or a company like that? You can put your answer in the chat box. Okay, do we have any answers in the chat box? So I see a lot of no. So why do you think it's a no? Why do you think that they are selling? Okay, I don't see an answer to that. Okay, I'm sure we'll get more people responding to that. They have great product. Yes, good products sell itself. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think I will start with the fact that we feel good products sell itself. They are selling because the products are good. Yes, I've seen a couple. Okay, I thank you so much for the responses. And so we will start from that to say, yes, you know what, the product can be good. Like the product can be very good, but still you are not selling. And you know why you're not selling or why you are not getting customers to come in? Because there's issue with knowing who the target market is itself, uh, and then turning that into growth for your business. So what we will be discussing in the next 10 minutes, I hope I'm able to keep to time, is understanding your customers and how to find and target the right audience in a digital world. Remember, we're saying our team is basically how customers, how SMEs win in the digital first world. So in this digital space, how do we ensure that we are visible and not just visible, visible to the right customer? So we say it's turning visibility into real growth through precision targeting. Okay, so going on, we said in a digital first world, visibility is everything. And we are all aware of that right now. There's no how beautiful your product is. If it is not visible, it is not visible, it cannot sell. I've seen ladies, women who create very delicious, tasty snacks. And people in their neighborhood knows that, oh, this is delicious. And they keep giving this out for free and all of that. You know why? Because they are not visible to the right people who are going to buy these things. I know a lady who does I don't know a number of people who know this Yoruba snacks called kokoro. Kokoro is so nice. It's very nice. But she's been selling that kokoro in a small space for God knows how long. And the same people that comes to buy are still the same people that comes to buy. And she has not grown from a small room shop, let me put it that way, because she does it from home, and people that buy is just people in her vicinity, and sometimes they buy on credit, so she's never broken through. So I'm not going to bore you with that story, because we will be looking at our story and seeing our story, how digital first world has helped her to grow visibility. So also, but visibility without the right audience is wasted opportunity. In the space, I'm just talking about this woman that I just mentioned, and we have data has shown that we have 80% SMEs struggle to find customers, and more than they sell more than 3 times when they get the right targeting, and they have a lot of wasted budgets daily because they are not reaching the right customers. The next slide, please. Okay. So how do you even define your customers? Who are your customers? Sometimes we feel, oh, everybody eats food, so everybody should be my customer. No, some people don't eat Indomie. And so why would you think that they are your customers? Some people don't like sugar. They do honey. So why do you think everybody should use sugar, so everybody should be my customer? So we're saying, no, that is not how to target who your customer is. So you don't grow by reaching more people. You grow by reaching the right people, the right target market. And how do you go about this? Number one, you begin to decide, who are they? Who are my customers? And remember, this is based on the product itself. How do you start? Who are my customers? Age, you look at the age, you look at the income, you look at the location. And this takes you to what next you want to do. How do they think? So if you have customers that think that if this dress I'm making, if this dress I want to sell is not 100,000 naira, they cannot buy because they found it very inferior, then you need to consider that audience, and that will affect even your pricing. If the target audience is a mass market that you know that they cannot afford, or they're just looking for a cheap clothing that still makes them look chic, then you need to look at that, and that will affect how and who you target. What are their goals? What are their lifestyle? We also look at how they behave, where and how they buy. So some people will not go to Oshodi and go and buy, but they will buy the same product on VI at a much more exorbitant rate. But why? Because it is tied to their value, it is tied to their lifestyle. So we look at that also. And also we begin to look at what they need now. And one of the things we have said about even this product is that we are not coming from the basis of we are selling a product. You must be selling a solution. You must be selling a solution to a problem that the customer needs now. So we are looking at what is that problem? What is that thing? What is prevalent right now? Maybe I should even ask a question as entrepreneurs, as SMEs, what do you think will sell right now in Nigeria market? What is the problem Nigerian in quotes are facing, and we want that if you put any product out there that speaks to that problem, will they buy? What do you think is a current issue in Nigeria that will make people buy things? Please, I want you to be interactive so you can put your answers in the chat box. What problem is prevalent right now, and what solution do you think we can put out there and people will be ready to pay money for? Okay, while we wait for responses, I have here say moving from guessing to data-driven targeting, and that speaks to the question I'm asking right now. What do you think? What do people want to? How do they decide what to buy? And that is where we'll call it digital force. We're looking at data. What is the data of people needing this? What's the data of people wanting this? And that speaks to, yeah, I see climate unawareness and poverty are prevalent issues. So how do we solve that? What kind of solution do we use to solve that? So that is one of the things we do in understanding who our target market is. Who are we trying to reach, and how do we reach them? So next slide. Yeah, thank you. So people don't buy product, they buy solutions. Thank you, Chinwe. To problems they feel now. People don't buy product. So don't think it's because your clothes is fine or what you did a very beautiful dress. I would buy that dress because I have a party and I feel it would work for that party. So when I get into that party, I feel very boogie, like, okay, I have arrived, like a rich auntie vibe kind of stuff. You understand? It speaks to my lifestyle. That is why I am buying it. I am buying that solar panel, not because it is good, because that solar panel or that inverter is going to solve my electricity issue. You understand? So we lead from a solution point of view. A lot of customers, or rather a lot of SMEs, had gone out to go and start um, um, leading from the place of product. They lead from, oh, I have this cup, instead of saying, you know what, if you this do you need water? You need to hydrate yourself. Research has said that you should drink 4 liters of water in in a day. When you start from that angle, then that at the end you're not giving us a cup, that cup can hold 4 liters of water. It can help you gauge what you have drank. It can help you decide or check your hydration level. You come from that angle, and then when you come from that angle, you begin to see customers see how their needs fit into the product you are selling. So I'll just run through this, understanding the pain point. We talk about value gap. Is it worth it? Customer don't see the value. If they don't see the value, then why am I buying it? Then trust gap. Trust is also an issue with a lot of the product we sell. People have been, you have seen what I ordered versus what I got, kind of kind of thing. And so people, there's a lot of trust issue. Then they look at it, can I trust you? Have you been consistent over the years? You understand? Do you have testimonials? Do we have people come online and talk? I mean, not something you orchestrated. People willingly coming online to talk about your product. Then we looked at convenience. How easy is it for me? Is there a friction when I decide to order your good? Do I have to wait 14 days? Do I have to wait 15 days? Do I have to wait a whole month before I get it? You understand? And the visibility gap. Do I even know you? So you go to some SMEs social media platform, and it's just about them. It's just about them. There's nothing to show that you have done this over the years. You're not uploading stuff. You're not consistent with what you put on your platform. So your ideal customers cannot find when they look at your platform and all you are doing is celebrating this, celebrating that. There's nothing much about you on the platform. Then it becomes an issue. I'll just go to the next slide, which talks about where to find yours. So I talk about all the gaps, all the pain points, and all of that. Then we're looking at it. Your customer is already online. We all know right now that there is no, in fact, I know my friends, colleagues that all they do is buy online. Everything they buy. They don't even go to the market again. They buy pepper, buy fish, they cook soup on their bed. They order things. That is what is prevalent right now. So your customers are already online. So your advantage is knowing where you show up. And we should understand the fact that it is not all product that sells in the same place. It's not all product. And it is not the same content. It is not the same tone you put in different online platforms. For example, for WhatsApp is more for direct selling and engagement. And we have data that shows us that 90% of Nigeria use it daily. So that means your status is not on church activity, something that is happening in your mosque, story about how woeful Nigeria is. Now, your WhatsApp status is constantly showing us what you are doing, customer testimonials, and you are constantly showing up there. And it is an easy way where people from your status can easily chat you. Just yesterday, I chatted somebody. In fact, it was so fascinating because she came from the angle of she sells yam. Can you imagine? I want to buy yam online. I am a very picky buyer, let me put it that way, because I need to see those things myself. But she convinced me, to buy yam online. What she put there, she has not eaten yam in a long while, and this is the yam, it's so delicious, it's so this, and that resonates with me because I am so picky when it comes to yam. I can't, if it is not a Benue kind of yam, Abuja kind of yam. I'm not sure if a number of us know that those you have different kind of yams. I won't buy. I can't eat it if it's not good. And she convinced me. I hope when I get it, it is what I ordered that I get actually. But yes, I ordered that online on WhatsApp. 17,000 naira for 10 tubers of yam. And that price was also catchy also. And then we look at Instagram, we look at Facebook, we look at Google, we look at TikTok. All of these are channels, but you need to understand who your customer is. I know Facebook has more of community and targeted rich marketplace groups and ads. Then you go online. Like I remember which day I was trying to search for a particular product, and I just went online to search for, oh, do we have any of these around my area? I put all of these, and Google came up with me and showed me different vendors that sell those things. And the next thing I did, I went to their Instagram page to begin to check, oh, which one works for me and all of that. If I go to Google now and put your name, the name of your business on it, will I find it? So we need to consider that also. And we know about TikTok. I say TikTok is the, I know we all understand TikTok but you need to understand the kind of product you're actually putting on TikTok. TikTok is viral anyhow, but you know what you need to do on TikTok for it to go viral. But we have reach for younger audience. So what are you selling? What are you selling? Will determine where you are going to put your product. And one of the major things you need to do, so your advantage is knowing where to show up. What do I sell? Where are my target audience? Next slide, please. Okay. Apologies. I think my system is lagging. Okay, so visibility alone doesn't drive precision. I think we said that also. So you can be visible, but what are you putting out there? How are you targeting? So I'm just going to give us some 4 basic targeting strategies. Number 1 is content marketing. So you post content that solve customer problem. I think we said that earlier. Answer their questions before they even ask. I made an example of the cup that can help you hydrate. So the question is, oh, can it, does it leak? Does it break? So all of those you will answer those questions. Even you anticipate what customers will ask. You put yourself as someone that knows the customer. So you anticipate what they will need, what they will ask, and then you begin to answer that question. So referral and word of mouth said that happy customers are your best advertisers. And I'm sure by the time we go through the customer service angle, you understand how to actually ensure that you retain your customer and ensure you have great customer service skill. Then we have smart partnership. A lot of us don't like partnership, but you will need to understand that for you to have, they said if you want to run fast, you will go alone. But if you want to go far, then you go with people. So for you to really go far, you need to look for complementary product which that you can complementary product that you can partner with, and then both of you can go to market together. And then targeted digital ads. My time is fast spent, so let me quickly run through this. It said the traps to avoid. Basically, we're looking at next slide. Yes, poor targeting costs you revenue. Fix this common mistake. So you need to fix this common mistake. Selling to everyone. I'm just recapping what we have said. Focus on a clear niche. Focus on a clear, if it is children, focus on children. If it is the aged, focus on the aged. If it is lifestyle, focus on life. Just focus. Have a focus. Then copying competitors. Don't copy anybody. You are unique on your own. Adapt your own strategy. Don't copy. Do not copy. When you copy, you become a counterfeit of that person you are copying. So why don't you create a niche for yourself? Then ignoring customers' feedback. Oh my God, I'm so sure my colleague that's going to speak to that will be more deliberate, just speaking intentional about how, because this has cost a lot of people the visibility, understanding everything. They've cost them a whole lot. I know pages I have blocked because the feedback was because I have zero tolerance to bad customer service. So this is very key for us. Inconsistent visibility. I said show up consistently. Don't show up today and then we are seeing you after that. You will lose trust because people look at you. If you don't, yeah, if you're not consistent, how are they sure that they can trust you to put their money in your hands? And lastly, not following up. Most sales happen after multiple touch points. Some of us get, in fact, I've seen people, you send them a message and they're angry. They are just upset that, oh, well, you did not, if you don't, if in fact, sometimes you just send them a message, I need this. And then when you don't get back to them after about 3 days, and then you get back to them after about 3 days, that, okay, and so what do you say about this product? They don't answer you again because they feel, oh, you have come. You need to see, it is not, sales is not easy. I'm sure we all know that. So you need to have long suffering. Let me put it that way. You need to have long suffering and to ensure that you are consistent and you are consistent Apologies. Can you see hear me?
Fumi, are you
Please
still?
confirm you can hear me.
Okay, we can hear
Yes,
you
can you
now.
see hear me?
You went
So
off for a minute.
so take away, sorry. Take away for me will be this, that with all I have said, I hope you know now how to know who your customer is and how to reach them effectively. So I'll give you just next four next steps for us to take. Number one is to first of all define your ideal customer clearly. You need to go back now after this session and ask yourself honest question. Who do I want to reach? You need to be specific about that. Number three is that you need to identify the top three problems you want to solve. You can't solve all the problems. What are the top three problems you want to solve? You need to put that down. And the next one is you're focusing on which platform. Now, we have multiple platforms. You focus on multiple, you pick multiple platforms that your customers are, but focus on one that you are consistent with, very consistent, and then show up consistently. Do not, you are not, I know a group that you can even form a group and support yourself in knowing, in encouraging each other to say, oh, you have not posted, oh, you have not done this, you have not, and then encourage each other to post as regularly as possible, because consistency is always the key to success. So all that said, I want to thank you and say, let's build smarter, more connected businesses together. Thank you, everyone. We will take questions after the whole session, right?
Thank you so much, Fumilola Kinte. It was so much information and very valuable at that. Thank you for sharing. I think one of the key things that I got from it is to not just spread my wings so far, but I should have a target. I should have a niche, and how to identify it is what you have summarized to us. I go through my points, go through my product, and see what problem I am solving and for who. Thank you so much, Fumilola, for that.
Thank
If you
you,
have any
everyone. It was good
questions
to be here.
on the
Yes.
call, kindly drop on the chat. As we have the next speaker come up, Fumilola would be responding to your questions. So now going to our next speaker, would be inviting Mr. Idowu Loye. Mr. Idowu Loye has a wealth of experience spanning 20 years across FMCG, manufacturing, ICT, and telecoms. He has enabled businesses unlock growth through smarter, data-driven sales strategies and enterprise expansion across West Africa. So Doloye is coming with valuable experience, hands-on experience that would help you help your business to scale. So please join me as I welcome Idoloye on the call. You can go up and share your virtual round of applause. Thank you. Over to you, Ido.
Thank you so much, Chinwe. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I think there is a hand up. Somebody want to say something? Okay.
Please feel free
Thank
to
you.
leave your messages on the chat. We will respond accordingly. Thank you. Idoloye, you
Okay.
have the floor.
All right. Thank you. Please confirm I'm audible and you can see me.
Very audible and very clear.
Brilliant. Okay. So let me share my screen. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for having me. Okay. I would actually like to start with just quickly. I would try to start with two stories. One not so good and one brilliant one. And it's speaking to data and insight that we are talking about today in us to close sales. About 3 years ago, a woman reached out to me and she wanted to start a business, She wanted to start a business and she described the business. And she said, okay, so I just need you to advise me because I have this money and I want to do this. Oh, okay, I said, okay, if you want to do this business, it's nice, fantastic business, but I needed to go and get data about this, get data about the people that will be using this product in this area, get this data also about student that will be buying this product in this area. As a matter of fact, get database of customer that you are going to be selling to, because once you start the business, these are the people that will keep your business running. And, to her, she felt she doesn't really need the data. Well, she said, no, there is no need. This, once I open the business and I open my shop, people will see it. And then, I said, it doesn't work that way. So you need data to guide your decision. Well, unfortunately, she didn't really subscribe to that advice. 2 years down the line, she started to struggle. She came back and then she started to, do what I told her to do. The other story that I want to tell is about, some group of guys, contacted me and we started to, they are experienced in this particular product, but well, I'm still on a payroll. So they contacted me down and said, please, we want to use our expertise to sell this product that we just, we were about to launch. I said, okay, brilliant, there is no problem. So it took them about a year to develop the product. And before then, when they developed that product like that, it would take them about 1 year, 1.5 years before they will finish selling. But immediately they told me while they were producing the product, I started to, gather data. I started to put information about the data online. I started to build database of prospects. And by the time the product was launched, within 3 to 4 months, they finished selling everything. It was surprising to them. Why? Because they felt, wow, we've done this thing in the past and it took us like forever to sell. Now, we're able to sell it within 3 to 4 months. Now, this morning, I'm going to be talking about using data and insight to close more deals. Now, what is data? Data is simply an unorganized facts number that you can pick anywhere. But when it is organized, of course, you know that it becomes an information. Now, what you need to understand is that data will tell you what happened and what is going to happen. For example, look, you have data here, you have 120 prospects that you have contacted. It's data. You have 40 meetings that you have heard. It's data. We have 15 deals that we have closed. It's data. However, inside will tell you, because you will do an injustice to yourself if you just feel, I want to sell and that is all. You must continuously have repeated sales. And that's why a lot of SMEs struggle. You keep looking for new customer to buy. You keep looking for new customer to buy instead of you to grow the one that you have. You must have a database of customers that are buying from you, and then you begin to grow that database. That is what makes business to grow. So when you have data, data will give you insight. What is that insight? Data will now tell you why what happened. For example, insight will tell you 80% of your new customer came from a particular sector. 80% of your customer probably came from Owerri. That means you need to focus more on Owerri. That means a lot of your customers are there. 80% of your customer, maybe they are students. That means there is something about your product or solution that is dealing with students' need, like the first speaker spoke about. Maybe 70% of your leads, you are getting it on social media. Then what do you need to do? You need to focus more on social media. So data will tell you what happened, but insight will tell you why it happened so that you don't continue to make the same mistake and you now continue to grow your business. Now, there are some data that you need to, keep and that you need to know as an entrepreneur, as an SME. There are some data. You need to have data of your customer, their profile, everything about them. You need to have their profile because you need to be contacting them, once in a while so that they can be buying from you. I will give you an example. I've been using my tailor now for almost like 15 years. And you know what? Every time that I go to him, he tells me more about myself, things that I need to know. Why? Because he knows me one-on-one. So you must have your customer data, especially those customers that are really giving you value. You must also have your sales data, the leads you are generating, the conversion, your weekly sales figure. You must have those data. You must also have data, your digital data. Your digital data is in your website. How many people visited your website? How many inquiries did you get from your website? Digital data, you must have that. Then you must have market data. Market data is what will give you insight as to what is happening around you in terms of your business, your industry trend, what competition is doing, customer behavior. That's market data. You need to have all this. So I need to let you know that data is more than just number. You need it to drive, your business growth. But we'll move there shortly. Let's look at data and insight. Let's look at data and insight. Now, if you look at here, when you have data, data will tell you what happened, as I mentioned earlier. And insight will tell you why it happened. Then, why it happened, that insight will now enable you to take business decision, which is now what you need to do next. So data will tell you 70% of your data will tell you 70% of sales inquiry came via social media or social medium. Social media or WhatsApp, that's data. 15% via mail, that's data. So what is insight there? That insight is telling you that customers prefer faster, more convenient communication channel. That is what the insight is telling you. So what do you need to do? You now need to prioritize social media, your online presence. If now you are not online, how do you expect people that is in another part of the country to know you, to know your business? Your business must be up there for people to know. The second story that I gave you other time, when the partners, when we're discussing, and you know what I did? I just went online and I put the products online. And people started to contact me. Oh, you have this product? Yes, I have this product. We want to sell this product. And before you know it, the goods were sold. So data will tell you the direction you should go. I will not spend much time on this. Now, another thing you also need to know that data will give you, for example, Lagos customer generated 50 million in May. Now, if 50 million came from Lagos and 15 million came from other states, what that means is that you need to focus more. That means your strongest market is in Lagos. If 80% of your market is coming from the north, for example, that means you need to channel your energy there. That means if you do not have a store there, you do not have a channel there, you need to create a presence so that the customer will be able to know you more. And then you will be able to take action. And then, for example, another good one, 70% of customers requested product demo eventually purchase. That means you now need to say, okay, you know what? Most of our customers, they are looking for, they want to trust us before they buy. So there is need for us to do what? To do product demonstration. That is what data is going to give to you. I will not bore you with other things, but I want you to know that data will tell you what happened. Data will give you raw facts about what is happening in your business. But the insight you need to take from it now depend on you. You now need to process the data and say, okay, you know what? I'm having a lot of customers coming from this part. I have a lot of youth buying our product. I have a lot of old guys, men or women buying our product. So insight will now be what you need to do with the information that you have already processed. And that is the business decision that you are going to take. Okay, so I will move very fast. I have some data that you need to keep. You need to keep your customer profile. You need to keep your data source. It's very important. You need to keep your sales funnel. Your customer purchase history is very important. The customer that are buying from you regularly, you must know how to keep them happy. Those customers that buys from you regularly, you must find a way to keep them happy. Customer feedback and retention data is very important. Customer must be able to give you feedback so that you will know how to improve either your fulfillment process, either your process, either your payment channel, or whatever. So customer feedback is very, very essential. And you must have data about your profit and your revenue. It's very important. You see, there is a lot of undoing that SME do. Why? Because they do not have data about their inflow. You see, you might be talking about, I want to close more sales. The one you have closed, what have you done with it? It's very important for you to keep such record. Digital engagement data is very important. I spoke about that earlier on. Then your sales team performance data is very important. How are you trending? On a weekly basis, on a monthly basis? Are we growing? Are we moving back? We achieved 100 sales units in June. sorry, we achieved 100 sales in April. In May, we did 120. In June, our plan is to do 150. That means we are growing. But if you do 100 in April, in May you did maybe 70, that means something is wrong. So you need to keep data so that you'll be able to close more deals. Okay, so I'm going to spend a bit more time here. And this is where we need to pay more attention. Now, when you want to close more deals, oftentimes you are just saying, oh, I want to produce more, I want to produce more. You need to understand that the more opportunities that you have, the more prospects that you have, the more people that you are talking to about your product, the more the likelihood that you will be closing more sales. And let's say it this way, it is more than you just having the leads or having the presence, but your presence must be out of where you are. If you are still operating in, for example, you are operating in Abule Egba in Lagos, or maybe you are operating somewhere in Jigawa, and people in Lagos do not know you, and people in maybe Abakaliki do not know you. So you are doing injustice to yourself because you have already streamlined the number of people that can buy from you. At this age and time, your business should be online. At this age and time, people should be able to reach you anywhere. I have bought goods and services from people I do not know. Why? Because I just went to their Instagram page, I just went to their WhatsApp status page, and I got information about them, and then I was able to reach them. So let's look at what we call pipeline management. What is pipeline management? Pipeline management is you looking at all the prospects, the potential customer that will buy from you, and then managing them until when they eventually buy from you. Let's look at it. This is what we call the sales funnel. You want to close more deals, then you must have many prospects that you are talking to. Let's look at this figure, for example. 30 leads were generated through different channels. That means we generated 30 leads through different channels. Our social media channel, we generated leads. Our physical channel, we generated leads. Our salespeople, they generated leads. We generated 30. And these 30, they are our prospect. They are our potential customer, people that are likely going to buy from us. Out of these 300, only 205 call us for better understanding. So they call us for better understanding. They start to analyze, okay, your product, how does it work? You start to explain to them. That is, you can see that the number is reducing. The number is reducing now. Now, out of these 205, it is only 160 that now call us that, okay, now I love what I've seen. Let's negotiate. They now begin to talk to you about the price. How much are you selling it? Oh, okay, this is how much I'm selling it. Oh, do you do bulk purchase? Do you do all those things? Different discussions are now going on. Oh, the last one that I bought it at this amount. And this is the discount the other vendor gave to me. So you begin to negotiate. The number has really reduced. Now, it will reduce further when they now said, okay, no problem. Let's begin to talk about the terms of payment. Terms of payment. How do you want me to pay you? Can I stagger the payment? Can I pay you 3 times? When you begin to discuss contract, the number will reduce to 120 because not many of them will eventually, close that. And eventually, maybe 100 people bought from you. Look at the journey from 300 to 100. So if you are an SME and you just have a small circle of people that you are talking to about your business, it is an injustice to your business growth. It's an injustice because the more prospects you have, the more deals you'll be able to close. Now, I said here, keynote, sales pipeline is the process of tracking, optimizing, and guiding prospects through each stage of sales process. You must be able to track them all the prospect that you have. The 300 of them, you must be engaging, you have engaged them, because the 300 will not, all the 300 will not buy from you. For one reason or the other, they will be dropping as the pipeline is going. They will be dropping. You can see it will be dropping. So you can now imagine if our sales growth strategy is for us to be having sales of 100 units per month, and I have 100 leads here. The implication of that is that I will not be able to sell this 100 because for different reasons, people will not buy. The customer you are talking to today might have an urgent need, maybe to pay school fees, maybe to pay house rent, maybe to fix a car that had just got faulty. Because of that, he has postponed buying your goods till next month. So you need to be careful that you do not depend on just few prospects that you are dealing with. So data is very important for you to close more deals. You must have all this data that you are tracking. And as you are tracking them, it will give you insight as to what you need to do. So to increase your sales closure, your opportunity must be 3 to 4 times of your expected sales. So if you want to be closing 100 unit sales per month, that means you must have data of customers that you are reaching out to. And we have said this times that number, your WhatsApp, by now you should be using WhatsApp business. People should be able to reach you online. People should be able to contact you. And as they are contacting you, you are responding because as SME, you cannot be competing with the big enterprise, the large enterprise. No, you can't be competing. But where you are operating, hold it. WhatsApp, create an auto response, and then you can, because while you are sleeping, there are some other people in the other part of the world that they are working. Some people are making an inquiry midnight when you are sleeping, but there must be an auto response. Your WhatsApp must be available. Other channel must be available for them to reach you. And when you are back online, you begin to respond immediately. So that is what will keep your opportunity growing, and then you'll be able to grow your business. It is very important. Now, the third one, I said, the more the size of your opportunity in your funnel, the greater your chances of increasing your sales. So you need data. You need data to do that. So are you visible to a larger audience that will buy from you? Are you visible? Wherever you are doing your business today, are you visible? Are you just in that your corner and you believe, oh, everything's stop and end here? Now we are in the digital world. You should be able to put your business where people can see it and then they can reach you. Okay, thank you very much. So please remember this as I round up, because my time is fast spent. As I round up, the first step is for you to collect data. You collect data through your presence, through your digital.
Ido, are you still there?
Sorry.
Hello. Can you confirm you're still there? Okay, since he's having some challenges. Hello, Ido. If you're speaking, we
Last
can't
slide.
hear
Let me
you.
do.
Okay. Please, you have 2 more
But
minutes.
can you hear me now?
We can hear you
Yep.
now.
I need just 1 minute. I need just 1 minute. Thank you very much, Chinwe. Okay, so you need to understand this, that the first thing is for you to collect data. So you gather the data through different channels. Your online presence is very important. Your physical channel, if that's the kind of business you do, and if you have salespeople, yeah, very important. You collect data from them. Then you analyze the data to get insight. How many customers are buying from us in a particular location? What is the segment that we need to focus on? Data will give you that when you process it. For example, most of our sales came from students. that means there is need for you to focus your energy on youth. That means there is something about your product that resonates with the youth. Or maybe 80% of our sales came through women. That means there is something about your product that the women love. So that means you need to focus your energy on that. And once you have gotten that, then you now begin to take action. Then we need to do a lot more in focusing our energy where we can have more sales. You take action, and then you'll be able to close more deals. Thank you very much. I will stop there. So if there are questions, we'll be able to attend to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ido. That was so insightful. I mean, so insightful. Thank you so much. And this just goes to say, in running up, that let's not ignore every bit of data that we receive as we go about our businesses. Every form of information, every form of insight, every form of data should be kept and analyzed so that you can better drive sales with what you are getting. Idowu has let us know that in data, even as much as what segment is buying, who is it, the children, is it the youth, is it the aged, who are those that are buying my products, where are they buying from, is it Owerri, is it Lagos? All those information will help us drive better sales as we progress in our businesses. Thank you so much, Ido, for the insights. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them on the chat. He would respond accordingly as we proceed. Kindly be reminded that we have a special segment where we'll be giving out training slots for 15 SMEs on this call to attend the Life-Changing Sales Academy, the training team that we are currently partnering with for this webinar. So ensure that you hang on the call your fellow colleagues who are SMEs to join the call as well. And also we'll be giving out 5 MTN routers to lucky winners on the call as well. So ensure you hang in there till the end of the session. Now we'll be introducing our next speaker. He has an extensive experience in client success and relationship management. His name is Adedapo Shunoike. He is very passionate about enabling businesses to build stronger customer relationships through exceptional service and effective engagement. Dapo will be speaking to us in how to handle customer complaints the right way. Join me as we welcome Adedapo Shunoike on the call. Dapo, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you so much, Chinwe. And good morning, everyone. I am happy to be here. I'll just quickly put up my slides. Yes, so Chinwe, please let me know as soon as this is visible.
Oh, it's visible now. It's visible, and we can hear you clearly.
Great. So Fumi has spoken to us about understanding our customers and how to focus on a particular niche and driving these customers. And then do further buttress that by taking us through how we can use data that we insights that we've been able to gather from data to make business decisions. And then he also told us about the sales funnel. What I am going to be talking to you about is something that most business owners do not look up to this, but at the same time, great businesses have learned how to master the art of harnessing the moment of truth created through customer complaints. When you are able to resolve customer complaints the right way, then you find that you create a moment of truth, that you are able to build loyal customers from that interaction. And not just building loyal customers, you want to build loyal customers that eventually become your brand ambassadors. So in winning customer in a digital first economy, it is important that we know that where anything can go wrong, something will definitely go wrong. and how we handle when when these customers come up to us with these complaints is very important. I'll start with some stats that research has shown, right? First is that 96% of customers that are unhappy with you. I said that when things can go wrong, where things can go wrong, someday something will actually go wrong, right? So in our different businesses, we would always have something go wrong at some point in time. But when these things go wrong, 96% of your customers will not even tell you they are unhappy with you. They won't complain to you. They just go away. In person's terms, that is 19 out of 20 customers will walk away. And that leaves you with just one customer that decides to give you another chance by complaining to you. So that customer that actually complains to you is doing you a favor, right? So next is the fact that, all of the things Fumi took us through in winning new customers, in targeting all of the adverts, it takes 5 times more. It costs you 5 times more to get a new customer than to keep an existing one. So that's one that that comes up to complain to you. It is important that you look at that complaint and then you find a way to resolve it. And then when you resolve this complaint the right way, the next stat speaks to that, which is the flip side. And it's that 70% of these customers that complain to you, they would want to do business with you again. And then when they want to do business with you again, they are going to talk to their customers. They'll talk to their friends, they'll talk to their families about what you have done with them. Okay, so looking at the Nigerian market reality, think of, say, a dry cleaner that a customer comes up to say, oh, the cloth I gave you, I found some stain in it. Even the stain that that wasn't there when I came to give you this cloth, I am seeing the stain there. It's possible that you have a receptionist at the office that first says, oh, no, I checked this thing, you should have checked this thing when we gave it to you. Or tries to be defensive in some ways. That would definitely put the customer off. But think of if the person takes it and then empathizes with the customer and then says, okay, we are going to do something about it. That person, that customer, in this case, yes, the customer was frustrated with the first experience, but if the customer is well attended to, the customer gets to tell his or her friends, maybe even pushes it on his or her WhatsApp group, or tells friends in church about you. So it is important that we take every complaint opportunity as an also seated research opportunity, because the customer that is being affected by the situation has come up to tell you about it. Okay, so I'd like to also introduce a framework to you on dealing with these unhappy customers. There are quite a number of frameworks out there today. You have the last you have the learn. There are different acronyms that you can use to teach your staff, or you yourself can use it in dealing with unhappy customers when they come up to complain to you. So there are 4 steps in this framework. And the framework is the HIT framework. And the HIT, I particularly like this because we know that mostly when customers come to complain, it creates a heated moment, right? So when your staff or you yourself remember the HIT, you know that, okay, first, I just need to follow this simple framework. And the first of the acronym, the H, is for you to hear. So you let them talk and then you listen to the customers actively. There's this concept of active listening where you seek to understand first before you get understood. So listening to customers and then not listening because you're waiting for your turn to respond, or not because you're listening so that the customer just finishes and then you begin to defend yourself, or you interrupt the customer um, along the line. In the Nigerian culture itself, People like to be listened to. When people feel heard, it diffuses the tension in the room. It sort of creates an opportunity. When you listen to customers without defending yourself, you let them speak. It gives the customers some feeling that they are being respected. But when you don't listen to customers, they feel disrespected, and they feel disrespected in such a way that they don't even remember the problem that they came to complain about. What they remember is the fact that you have disrespected them. And that disrespect becomes the thing you begin to go back and forth with. So it is important that we hear customers out. We listen actively, and then we listen with the intention to understand and not just to defend ourselves or to respond. So next is to empathize with the customers, right? And then empathy in this case does not necessarily mean that you are accepting the blame. Empathizing with the customers mean that you show that you understand how they feel. You know, a customer walks up to you, say a customer purchases a garment from your store, and then says that, oh, the garment you sold to me is not fit. It doesn't fit here, or I don't like the way this slit is. Right. Listening to the customer and then letting the customer know that, okay, you understand how frustrating this must have been with the fact that you've taken it away and then you have to return it. Right. You have not accepted the fact that the garment is bad or in any way is not what the customer has actually requested for. But you have shown that, okay, you understand that the customer is frustrated by the experience they've already gotten from you. So showing that empathy or teaching it to your team to understand that for a customer to come up with a complaint, the customer must have felt something. So targeting that okay, you understand or you appreciate or you see the frustration that the customer has been able to go through, that immediately diffuses the customer's anger in some sort, right? So the E stands for empathy, which is feeling the customer's pain. And the next thing is for you to act, and then you act fast, right? So you immediately tell the customer, okay, I understand how this must have been on your business, or I understand how this must have frustrated you. We apologize about that, but let me quickly take this and do something about it. And then you don't give vague promises in this case. You let the customer, you immediately proffer a solution, right? And then when you say that you're going to come back to the customer, you're not going to say that, oh, let me come back to you. You give a specific timeline, and then the customer knows immediately that, oh, you're working on what their frustration is. And then the last one being the T is to close the conversation with gratitude. All right, letting the customers understand that you appreciate the fact that they came to complain to you. And then you know that they coming to complain to you helps you do better. And not just to serve them better, but also to serve other customers better. And in that way, the customer also feel like a co-creator with you. And then you, in some sort, turn that particular customer who is frustrated with you into your champion. Right. So that is the HIT framework in a nutshell. It's something that you can teach to your staff, that they know that, oh, when a complaint comes, the complaint comes with some sort of HIT. And then when there is HIT, you apply the HIT framework, which is basically to hear them out, empathize with them, do something about it immediately by acting fast, and then thanking them for coming forward to you, for coming forward and presenting an opportunity for you to be able to do better. Right. But what we want to do is not just resolve complaints. Like we opened with, we said we want to be able to turn that customer that has been frustrated with our product or our service into a loyal one, and then build some long-term relationship with a customer in such a way that the customer does not just go away from you and then just buy from you, but they would also be able to refer other customers to you. So in turning complaints into loyalty, so I have some tips on what you can do. to turn this. First is that you resolve faster than expected. And with this, we're saying that you can underpromise and overdeliver. When you know that you would be able to resolve a customer's complaint, say by 2 p.m. today, you can tell the customer that, oh, we'll be able to um, resolve this problem by the end of the day. So the customer expects that, oh, you want to get back to me in the evening. By the time you come back and then resolve it, say by 2 p.m., the customer feels valued because you have even done more than what you have promised. You have met their expectation and then you have surpassed it. Okay, so that makes the customer become a loyal customer to you. Right. Another thing is to go the extra mile for the customer. And by going the extra mile, you don't have to deploy some expensive ways. You can add a small token. For example, the customer that bought a garment and then in Balogun market and had to return it. When you eventually give the customer what fits, adding something like a scarf to the garment, it will go a long way. It's possible that the token that you're adding is cost you about 500 to 2,000 naira. But what you eventually get over a long time, say on an annual basis, you may be able to get like 500,000 worth of business from that particular customer. So another key thing in turning this set of customers into loyal ones is by checking in after the resolution. You follow up after you have been able to resolve the customer complaint. Imagine 3 days after you've been able to resolve the customer's complaint, and then you call the customer to ask that, okay, I want to know about the garment we were able to fix for you. Does it fit now? Even asking them about maybe the customer needed the garment to go to a party, asking them how the party went, if it actually fits, and that helps you turn such customers into loyal ones. Another key thing is for you to ask for feedback. Asking for feedback gives the customers the feeling that yes, they matter, and then you are making them co-creators in your business, right? So asking them that, oh, thank you for bringing this problem to us. We believe we've been able to serve you better. And then we thank you that you've been able to, we thank you for bringing this to us. We are able to serve other customers because of that. Yes, but you also would like other sort of feedback from them. If there is any other thing they can do better or you can do better. So that in a way gives the customer that feeling that, oh yes, this person really wants my feedback and this person wants to do better. And the customer will go away and then be a loyal one in that regard. So also in building long-term relationships, Idowu was very particular when he spoke about the WhatsApp business. And then WhatsApp business has moved from a tool of mere messaging or communication to a customer relationship management tool, right? Because you can do broadcasts, you can even keep different segments of customers, right? You can label your customers on WhatsApp business. You can use the tool to actually reach out to your customers, and then you know the different set of customers that you segment them, and then you are able to use that digital touch point to get in touch with them. Other strategies in building long-term relationship also includes loyalty gestures, where you send birthday messages to customers or even do anniversary discounts. Think of a situation where you have a customer that you pick a date, the first time they walk into your shop to buy something from you. On the anniversary of that date, telling them that, okay, it's been a year that you first came to our shop, just to show that we value you, and then you probably give them some discounts that, okay, on your next purchase, you have this discount because you have been with us for a year. So this makes the customers feel remembered, and then they know that they are not just some transactions. They are people that you really valued. So last one on building long-term relationship is for you to track these customers' complaints. This you can do with keeping a very simple log on Excel where you know that, okay, these customers complained about XYZ. This is what you did to fix it. This is how long it took you to fix it. And then over time, um, when you see this log that you have created, you even get to know that, oh, this particular problem has come up a couple of times. Say it came up 3-4 times. You know that, okay, um, it's no longer an issue with the products. It might be an issue with the business process itself, or you then get to see that you don't need to treat the symptoms again. You need to look for the root cause of the problem and fix it. So tracking complaints is something that we should also do in building long-term relationship, right? And then we see something in turning customers into loyal ones, in which you have a long-term relationship with. You find out that a lot of customers that comes to complain to you, when you treat them well, when you resolve the complaint, and then you are able to build relationship with them, you find that they even become more loyal than customers that did not complain in the first place. All right, so to put all of this together, in turning complaints into something that powers the growth for your business, we need to see complaints as opportunities, right? And then we use the HIT method, which is to hear them, to empathize with the customers, to act fast, and then to thank them. And then we do follow up after resolution, right? We use digital touch points to build this long-term relationship. An example, a very good one, is the WhatsApp web, which 90% of customers in Nigeria today are on WhatsApp. And then lastly, we track these complaints, which help us solve future occurrences, right? So today, what I would like to leave you with, what I would charge you with, is to pick one of the complaints you have received from the customers this month, and then apply the HIT framework. Then you follow up with them, after which you build the habit of turning complaints into an opportunity to create customer loyalty, and then such loyalty that can help you have the customers referring more to you. Thank you. That will be it from me.
Thank you so much, Dapo. Thank you so much for that. And this goes out to all the SMEs on the call to see that complaints from your customers are not an attack on your business, or you can actually take that and turn it into a powerful tool to drive customer loyalty and eventually business growth. Thank you so much, Dapo, for that. I think he deserves a round of applause. You can do that virtually. You can leave in comments on the chat as well. If you have questions, please feel free to put them on the chat. To all our speakers, for me, Dowu, Dapo, kindly help us answer the questions that our SMEs have been asking on the chat as pertains to the topics that we spoke about. So now please again be reminded that we have goodies for you at the end of the webinar. We'll be giving out 15 slots for training to 15 SMEs on the call who would be attending the Life-Changing Sales Academy for free, as powered by MTN Business and of course Smedan. And talking about MTN Business and Smedan, we'll be having the next session where we'll take you through a platform that has been designed by both organizations to drive SME growth, to empower them with resources that they require. And taking this session would be one of us at MTN Business, Olatubosun Agosun, who will be taking us through this platform designed by MTN Business and Smedan. Bosun, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Please confirm you can hear me.
Oh, we can hear you, Bosun. Good afternoon.
Oh, good
Please,
afternoon. Good
you can
afternoon.
proceed, and we can see your screen as well.
All right. Let me just minimize this. Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bosun Agosu. I'm here to introduce to you a platform that MTN Nigeria and Smedan collaborated to develop to enable Nigerian SMEs grow their business. I'll just take you through uh, this quickly, and then we get practical about this. So, what is my SME view? You might be wondering, what's this name? So that's the name of the platform, and let me just break it down. The name my SME view to us means a small village where everything an SME needs, it's available. Now, and you agree with me that the world is a global village where digitization and transformation, driven by technology, is moving a lot of needles across businesses, economies, and to mention but a few. So we decided to develop a platform in collaboration with Smedan. That one platform that any Nigerian SME can wake up in the morning and say, I just have to be here because everything I need is always available on this platform. And when we say everything you need, how are we able to identify those needs? Now, we have done our research to clinically identify those pain points that SMEs experience or go through today. And one thing that's motivated us is that we really did our research to the point of understanding the role an SME plays in the Nigerian economy. And we realized that about 39.7 million of the SMEs and entrepreneurs are driving this economy. Now, almost 9 in every 10 Nigerian business is an SME, and that shows that they are really the ones, driving this economy. They're the backbone, really. And so our research shows further that there are 4 key areas where SMEs are struggling and to put their feet on the ground and make good progress in business. Of course, there are gaps in the area of digitization. There are gaps in the area of financial inclusion. There are gaps in know-how as to business knowledge, particularly for those that are just starting. They need to know how to start. What do they need to do at every point as the business grows? Are there opportunities in new markets? How can they get linked up? These are the things that my SME View is proposing. We can provide a solution all in one hub where everything that speaks to the solution to all these challenges on pinpoints identified are catered for all in one platform, all on just one platform. And so, having identified the barriers, the area of poor skill set, know-how, we thought of having partners that will collaborate with us and make these solutions available by way of SME clinics, learning opportunities, webinars, like even the one we're having right now, mentorship programs, and to mention but a few. Along the lines of funding and capital, we also collaborate with some PFIs and fintechs to provide solutions and offerings along the lines of grants, equipment financing, and to mention but a few. And then for infrastructure, of course, we also know that businesses require some infrastructure to also grow. For some, it could be shared office spaces, for some, solar facility, and to mention but a few. And then the market. Yes, you've got, laudable products you want your customers to buy from you or to subscribe to if it's where a service, but you really do not know where to sell them. Now we have market links, right, that you can leverage to get that done easily.
All of this is what this platform called My SME View promises to give to a Nigerian SME. And ladies and gentlemen, just to save our time, I will just take us there from here quickly to the platform, and so that we can see what does this platform look like. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my SMEB platform. And of course, I will just take you through, walk you through the core components of the platform. You see what's there, and then I'll handhold us on how to sign up on this platform, because you wouldn't want to miss out on the things that are currently in here and the big things that are coming soon. So just like we have it, any recent or current program running in the ecosystem, you have them here on the carousel. This is the homepage where you can see things that are top on the minds, right? The top offerings, the top opportunities. And as you can see on the platform, here are the 4 verticals we have segmented the offerings and services we have on My SME View. Remember, I mentioned that all these offerings, services, and opportunities are available by virtue of that collaboration that we're having with Smidan, and some of these are top partners that are making these services available. So for guidance, we've ensured that we have advisory coaches, mentors, programs, webinars, SME clinics, and all that could help an SME grow from a level 0 right to their desired level. And then we have resources cutting across funding. In fact, speaking to this precisely, the last few weeks, I'm sure that some of our entrepreneurs here on this call actually applied for the MTN Foundation and the Bank of Industry equipment financing loan, which we floated on this platform. And I can tell you that over 2,900 applicants, right, subscribed for that. And so these are opportunities that we'll keep bringing to this platform just for your benefits. And opportunities, of course, this goes across the new market. Today we have a platform called MyKia, where as an SME, you can go there on board and showcase your products and services, right, to the whole world. And so the same for the workforce support. We also have partners with services and offerings that help with tools, workforce tools that can help make your work smart and smooth in this digital age. So, and we also have some other key features on this platform, like the blog, where you get to see, information on regulatory, the key areas in the ecosystem generally, all captured via this blog. And and you also have a community also here, where you have people, along the same line of interest, discussing and engaging, share knowledge and ideas across these different verticals I just mentioned. And so here on this platform, the whole page, like I said, we have the blog. And just 2 hours ago, we had some recent blogs speaking to some key topics. I'll just pick one of them, just so you see the kind of content that you get to see on My SME View. This tried to solve a problem, and also identify the problem, also provide solutions to those problems. Particularly, this one speaks to hidden money leaks that reduce small business profits. Now,
sorry, Bosun. Hi, Bosun. Permit me to cut in here. So sorry. I wanted to confirm if you are doing a demo, as we can't see the blog post you are talking about, and also to slightly remind you that you have about 4 minutes. So in case you want to walk us through how to register on the platform, so you can do that within the 4 minutes as well. Thank you.
All right, let me share then. That must have been internet. Apologies.
Yeah, much better. We can see it now.
Can you see this now?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
All right, thanks. So you have recent blogs speaking to some key areas that we can learn from. I was speaking to these hidden money leaks that reduce business profits. Let me just take us quickly to how to onboard. How do you join this community? It's a simple process. And just like I said, we have some partners that are actually bringing these opportunities and offerings on the platform. And just as you being an entrepreneur, you can also log in here as a business or a startup. So you just go this way. If you've registered already on SMIDAN and you have a SMIDAN ID, you can do that quickly here by providing your SMIDAN ID, and then a token, an OTP is sent to your email which you registered with on SMIDAN. On the other hand, if you just want to sign in with your email or MTN mobile number, you can do that straight up here. Let me just try to log in with mine. You can follow through with this process so that you can also sign up and we can work together. So I'll just try to sign. An OTP will be sent to my email. Please confirm you can still see my screen.
Yes, Bosun, we can.
So I pick the OTP and I go back to the platform, paste it there, and then I'm meant to provide my first name, position as the MD, business address 2, Solomon, employee, Lagos. Position, set my password here. I'll confirm my password. And then all the fields in this sign-off form are provided. The save and next button will not be activated. And then you can see that mine is now active. I'll just click on the save and continue. And I move to the next step, which is the business details. So the first one is your profile, and the second segment of the registration is your business detail. I can just put my business name here. Let's see, 2009, Nigeria, city Lagos. RC number I've not registered, but if you have a CAC number, you can actually put it here. That is not mandatory, really. But if you have, it's advisable you provide it, because some of our applications also, at times require that you have a registered organization. So with that, you can just provide your. So this one speaks to all the different areas of interest, right? For me, I want to see offerings along financial services like loans and the likes. Okay, this speaks to the segment, my core segment. I'm a retail trader, and then the areas I'm interested in, yeah, which speaks to, I want to see access to supermarket. I want to see offerings around food and beverages. I want to see offerings around toys, maybe segments. That. So I want loans, short term, mid term, whatever it is. I also want access to social media or digital tools, access to international market. If there are offerings along these areas of interest, I can easily see that, and then I close this. So my yearly revenue turnover, let me say this, number of employees 120, and then I can save and continue. So here, lastly, I'll be opportune to review all my applications. And these are my areas of interest. I want to see all opportunities and offering services that speaks to short-term loans, that speak to long-term loans, that speak to international market opportunities, logistics. So if I have partners that are bringing up opportunities like this along this segment on the platform, definitely I'll be the first to know. And that's the advantage of that. So the sign-up process is so seamless and simple. Yeah, and I can just come here to confirm that I'm actually a registered user. Check my OTP. See. So I should have an OTP now. I'm in. So, and as you can see, these are some of the offerings we already have, right? One from Eureka, from one of our partners, 3T Index. So they have both free and premium services, right? And this is how you're going to see every other opportunity available on the platform, and you can latch on it. So what we have done is to partner with organizations that can help solve this problem along those identified verticals and bring joy and heaven experience to our SMEs. That way, you'll be able to also serve your customers efficiently and effectively and generate revenue and also increase your customer base. I just want to encourage us all, right, that before we leave this session, we should try to sign up right now. And that's the most reason why I had to walk us through this journey this far. Thank you so much, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you
It's
so
been a pleasure to
much,
be here.
Bosun. Thank you so much, Bosun, for taking us through this awesome platform designed by MTN Nigeria in partnership with SMID. And thank you so much for our SMEs on the call. It's a platform that would help you grow your business, help you, give you access to information, access to loans, and access to infrastructure as well. So please go to the platform and familiarize yourself with it. My colleague Aderisola would be on standby to champion the goodies session just in a few minutes, but in the next couple of minutes, we'll have very quickly one of our own in MTN business, Fumilayo Olutayo, take us through a cyber security product as well, developed for your use. Fumilayo, over to you, and very briefly in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. Oh, it's still morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. An interesting section it has been so far. Please grant me access to share my screen, please. While I'm waiting to be granted the access to share my screen, I would like to just tell you a little about cyber security in general. The statistics have made it clear now that the rate of which people are being attacked in the Chiwe, if you can share from your end, I don't mind the deck. I don't have the privilege the right to share right now. If you can, Chiwe. Okay, thank you. So while she's doing that, it's just a brief one. Since we know that the SMEs work majority of the time on the internet, leveraging every kind of platforms. There's a need, and the rate of which cyber attacks are increasing over time. There's been a need for what to issue services that addresses the SME need. In order to achieve that, we are coming up with a all-in-one cybersecurity bundle for SMEs. So what that means is that with one license, you'll be able to cover all devices, either laptop, mobile, tabs, and the likes. And the primary agenda, you can go to slide 3, please. I'll just write it off from them. The primary agenda for this is to ensure that irrespective of, even when you are using web in your organization, your domains, everything that has to do with internet connectivity in your organization, we got you covered. So it's a one-in-one license. As I said earlier, it covers your web, your office solutions, your devices across the internet connectivity devices you use. And alongside as well, we also offer web protection that has to do with the firmware, the DOS protection, and others as well. And a license, you need to ensure that for you to be able to enjoy this, you need to ensure that you have a domain. So this solution is available for those that has domain. You'll be able to make use of this service. What do you mean by domain? So let's say you have a website that is dedicated to you, that let's say that just like mtnnigeria.com, or let's say for example my Kia or my SME View that Boson has given examples to. So there are other organizations just like the Jumias and the likes. Most importantly, as long as you have the domains, you can leverage on this. A license covers 50 users. You'll be able to run a traffic of about 500 gig traffic. About 5 million requests can come into your domain for you to test and protect yourself from all of these acts. And in summary, we are just looking for SMEs that are willing to also get more information about this and also use it in their businesses. If you are interested in this service at the moment, we want to run some promos for the top for 5 individuals, if 5 businesses. If you have a domain name, I would like you to just send an email to, you can drop your email and your domain name on the chat. At the same time as well, you can send your email to Collins. We'll drop the email on the chat as well. I'll drop the email on the chat. You can pick it up from there. Links, and you can also drop your domain name and your telephone number, then we'll further engage you. So this is a little way of engaging others and engaging SMEs for them to leverage our free SME cyber security at the moment. So I think that's what I just want to say at the moment. I look forward to seeing people interested and dropping their domain name to test it. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much for Milayo. Thank you so much. So if you're interested in the cybersecurity products, please drop your email address and your name on the chat. Alternatively, you can also reach out to us via the email address that Fumi will be dropping on the chat as well, which is collins.ago@mtn.ng. So ensure at ngn.com rather. So ensure you send your email addresses as well. So now to the part where we get to distribute the goodies to as many SMEs that are selected as winners. So I'll be inviting my colleague Aderinsola Aino to champion this session. Ensure that you have all the notes you've taken so far during all the sessions. It will come in handy, and also ensure that you follow through with the instructions that my colleague Derry will be giving. So Derry, over to you.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for staying put.
Derry, please be reminded you have 10 minutes for this session. You have 10 minutes for this session. Thank you. There, are you still on the call?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm back. Thank you very much. And so these are the rules, and we want to reward 15 of us on this call that are with the life-changing sales academy training. Life-changing sales academy training. And we are doing that for the first 15 of us on this call who are able to onboard on my SME view before 12 noon today. It's almost 12 noon. First 15 of us who are able to register on. So we have less than, okay, let's move it up. Chinwe, let's move it to 12:30. 12:30 today. 12:30 today, the first 15 of us that are able to register and onboard on my SME view. Chinwe, what do you think? 12:30 is cool, right?
Yes, please.
12:30 is fine, right? 12:30 cutoff. If you are able to onboard, if we see you onboard my SME view, newly registered on my SME view today, 12:30, that is in 40 minutes time, 40 minutes. Yes, you will get an access to free life-changing sales academy training. First 15, so your time starts now. But along the line, there were some very insightful sessions from Fumilola, from Idowu Loye, from Daposhonoiki, and also from Mr. Tubosun Agusu on SME View. So let us first start with a very simple question. Let us hear you out. But this is how it's going to run. On the chat, you are just going to drop your answer, and the first correct answer, Chinwe, you help me look out for the first correct answer. It's not, you're not going to raise up your hand. You are going to type in the chat. There's nobody raising up their hand to answer any question. Okay, you're going to type in the chat. You're not going to type in the chat. Okay, people say, please, it's not going through. My smeview.mtn.ng. Okay. So, but for our giveaway for 5G routers, 5G routers are up for grabs. And this is how we are going to test whether you have listened attentively throughout all the sessions. Tubosun, they are saying that the platform is not going through. Please help us check. Help us check what will be going on. Help us check what will be going on. Yeah. Said it's showing a 404 error. Olatubosun, please, can you help us look into that? Olatubosun, can you help us look into that? Okay.
I'm checking that.
Please. All right. So in case of that, maybe we should just move it up to 1 p.m. today. 1 p.m. today, but I believe by then, if you've not registered, then you are not eligible for our free 15 trainings. So because of this error, let's see where we go from here. My smeview.mtn.ng. So my first question, please, no chorus answers. Nobody's hand is going to be raised. Nobody's mic is going to be, but in the Q&A, in the chat section, you are going to give your answer. And the first correct answer. So Chinwe, please let me look at the chat room. What is the name of the Director General of SMIDAN? Let us just first use that to let us just use that to start. The first correct answer in the chat will win our prize. Okay. 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 Some people are not spelling the name right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Thank you very much. I'm looking at the chat section now. And everybody is writing Charles Odi, Charles Odi, Charles. The name is Charles Odi. And the first person to get the correct name is Olufunke Ajibade. Olufunke Ajibade. Charles Odi. Charles Odi. Yes, correct. ODII. That's the correct answer. So we'll be giving, please, Funke Ajibade, please help us drop your email address and your phone number. We'll send you an email address where you will send your details to and how you can receive your 5G router. Charles Odi. Thank you very much. That is the first prize gone. Chinwe, please could you help me put that down? Funke Ajibade.
Hello, Deering. Please confirm
Yes.
how they are to drop their details. Are they to drop it on this chat, or are you dropping your email address? How are they supposed to reach out to?
So you send
us?
you send your details to aderinsolar.ino. Please let me type it in the chat. aderinsolar.ino@mtn.com. aderinsolar.ino, and the title should be 5G router winner. The subject of your mail should be 5G router winner. So please drop your name, your address, and your phone number. Your name, your address, and your phone number. And our first winner is Funke Ajibade. aderinsolar.ino@mtn.com. Please, Chinwe, help me type that in. Okay. Next question. Are we ready? Are we ready? I'm looking at the chat room now. Okay. Mr. Dakwashonoiki gave us a formula for responding to unhappy customers. He gave us a formula for attending to unhappy customers, and it was an acronym. It was an acronym. It was a framework. Okay, the first person to give us that framework was a 4-letter framework. Acronym, 4-letter acronym. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. Correct. Mercy Nwokocha, the HEAT framework. The HEAT framework. Hear them, empathize with them, act immediately, and thank them. HEAT framework. Oh, no. I'm wrong. Sorry. The first person that did that is Victoria Oko. I'm sorry. Victoria Oko. HEAT framework, sorry. Victoria Oko at 11:56 a.m. Yes, I was the first on the chat. Victoria Oko. Please drop your name, your details, your phone number in the email we've sent to you at aderinsolar.ino@mtn.com. aderinsolar.ino@mtn.com. Subject should be 5G routers. Specify your full name, email address, and phone number. Okay. So much chats came in and just ran off. Okay. Are we ready for the third router? So I'm taking the questions from the last speaker back up. So Mr. Idowu Loye gave us the pipeline stages. There were 5 of them. The 5 pipeline stages in your sales pipeline. So who can give me those 5 pipeline stages? Quickly type them out, the 5 of them. It was a funnel. Looking downwards. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Thank you very much. And our winner is Mutolani Sariaje. Mutolani Sariaje, prospect, analyze, negotiate, contracting, and close the order or lock the order. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was the those were the 5 steps. Those were the 5 stages. So the third router goes to Mutolani Sariaje. I hope I pronounced that right. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so we have 2 more routers to go. 2 more routers to go. 2 more routers to go. Okay, so Mr. Idowulo also told us 4 types of data that we should have as a business person. 4 types of data that we should keep. 4 types of data we should keep. The first person to give me those 4 types of data, we have 10 seconds and your time starts now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me see the first correct answer. I asked for the 4 of them. I asked for the 4. Somebody gave me 3. Correct. And my first correct winner is Mr. Chigozie Injidiofo Egbon. Customer data, sales data, digital data, and market data. Chigozie, yes, the other person now got it, but it was edited after. So sorry, Mr. Chigozie Injidiofo Egbon. Chigozie Injidiofo Egbon. Number 4. All right. Thank you. Edited is written right beside your name. Okay. All right. So now I just asked for the. Okay, I've seen one person's name already. One person. So the last question. The last question. So Fumilola Akiteye, that spoke so beautifully about how to target our customers, said they are understanding the pain points of your customer, understanding the pain points of your target audience. There are 4 gaps that you must be willing to fill. 4 gaps that you must be able to fill. If you can give me those 4 gaps in the next 10 seconds, those 4 gaps in the next 10 seconds. There are 4 gaps she told us about. 4 gaps. Please just write it at once. Nine. Hello? Looking at my charts, I've not seen. Hello, can you hear me?
Dear, we can hear you.
Okay.
And there are responses on the chat already.
Okay. Let me see. the first one. Fantastic. Nafisat. Okay, no. Olufunke Ajibade, you've won one before. You've won, so you can't win again. Messi, you've won before. Funke has won before. So the last goes to Nafisat Busari. Nafisat Busari, the value gap, the trust gap, the convenience gap, and the visibility gap. Nafisat Busari, you are the lucky winner of our last
Hi,
router.
Derry.
Yes.
Hi, Derry. Messi Nwokocha states she has not won before. Please confirm that before you hand over to somebody else.
Okay, I missed her name. Okay, yeah, she was supposed to have won. Oh, so sorry. Okay. There's so much chats coming in. Okay, so it's Messi Nwokocha now, 12:03 p.m. Apologies. Messi, you eventually won one. Yes, Messi Nwokocha is the winner of our last router. Messi Nwokocha is the winner. So I think we only have one meal. It's fine.
Okay.
Messi
Thank you so much,
Nwokocha.
Derry. Please, can you, for sake of clarity, confirm the
Yes.
names of those that have won the router now?
So the first winner is Funke Ajibade. Second router goes to Victoria Oko. The third router goes to Motolani Sareaje. The fourth goes to Chigozie Egbon. And the last is Mercy Nwokocha. So
Thank you.
please, I just want to confirm that everybody is able to log into my SME view now. We'll be extending till 1 p.m. 1 p.m. The first 15 people we see signed up today. So you can please go now and begin to try to sign up. Sign up. First 15.
All right.
Some people are
Thank
saying
you
showing
so
too many
much, Derry.
attempts.
I'll take
Thank
it off
you.
from here. Thank you so much, Derry, for that. Thank you for the for anchoring that wonderful session. So as he has noted, please head on straight to my SME Ville immediately after the webinar to sign up, and you stand a chance to be amongst the 15 people who would be rewarded with a slot at the Life Changing Sales Academy for free. Also, big congratulations to the 5 winners of the router, MTN router. I want to say a special thank you for everyone who has joined the call so far. We will be having our general manager, enterprise marketing in person of Njideka Jack, do a closing remark as we bring this wonderful, impactful webinar to a close. NJ, over to you.
Good afternoon. Amazing SMEs and to the entire team. It's been such an enlightening session. Can you hear me and see me for me, Chinwe?
Yes, I can confirm we can see your beautiful face and we can hear you clearly.
It's just been so insightful. I'm not an SME, but I've learned so much already. So thank you all for joining, and I hope that with all the different sessions, we've able to gain something. I just want to appreciate all our speakers, starting with the DG of SMIDA, who took the time to come and open up this session for us. So, Mr. DG, thank you so much to the team. Our partnership is so valuable to us, and we really appreciate that we could do this jointly and because of the value that we share for our SMEs. I want to thank Fumilola as well, who focused about on understanding your customer, understanding the gaps you need to fill. Then Idowu came along to tell us how data is the fuel to drive our business. And I don't mean data for the internet. I mean information data that will allow you to make data-driven decisions and not just guesswork, which is very critical to any successful business. Then Dear Dakmo comes to tell us about customer complaints. A lot of us think customer complaints are bad, but he has told us that it's actually good. It actually helps you to know your business better, helps you to be better at addressing issues and improving yourself. And he gave us a beautiful framework, the HEAT framework, that will allow us to hear, empathize, act with our customers. So thank you so much, Dapo, for that. Then Bosu has told us about our platform that we put together this meeting. We're very passionate about this platform because it's not a monetized platform. It's a platform where we feel and know that we want all SMEs to come to get the information that they need across those four key pillars of access to information, access to markets, access to finance, and access to infrastructure. Because we know that these are critical elements that every SME needs. And we know that the SME ecosystem is powering the economy, currently contributing almost 50% of GDP. So everybody here is very valuable to MTN, to SMID, and to the Nigerian economy. So that platform for us is our way of providing a one-stop shop for you to go and get everything you need. The more you engage, the more we will continue to populate that platform with information that will be valuable to you. And then I want to thank Fumi as well, who came to tell us about our cybersecurity solution. Today, we are in the digital age, and security is critical to keep our services and our solutions and our business running. The same way everybody here is working hard to keep their businesses running, somebody else is working hard to bring it down. So we provide you those solutions so that all around we can keep you secure. So just to say thank you for spending this morning with us in this webinar with MTN and with Medan. I want to thank our anchors, our beautiful Chiwe on the call, for all the SMEs that have taken time to join, to Dairy for running the competition. And a lot goes into this at the back end, a lot of things we don't see. But I want to appreciate everybody that has taken the time to join. And to our SMEs, a very special appreciation. We continue to say at MTN that we believe that everybody and every business deserves the benefits of a modern connected life. And on top of that, we want to provide you the tools to enable and facilitate your business. So you are very important to us, and we'll continue to find ways to make your life better as a small business so that you can grow and scale, and most importantly, thrive in the sectors in which you are working. So thank you once again for joining us, and have a beautiful rest of the day and the best of the weekend to come. So thank you. I hand back
Thank
over
you
to
so
you.
much. Thank you so much, NJ, for that. And thank you for joining us, everyone on the call. Please have a beautiful day ahead. Thank you.